I've been a resident of the Tenderloin for 30 plus years, and it's a meeting place for just about everyone I know. We used to give each other nicknames, and they used to call me Big John. You know, you come in the door and, they always, the guys josh around, but.
I initially seen this place, but I didn't know it was here. I was a runaway. I was in a lot of trouble all the time, so I got wrapped up in some gang-related activities, and my dad, he dropped me off. I was pretty much trying to just eat day to day. It was terrible. It was a really bad time.
About 4 or 5 years ago, when I was in the emergency shelter, I had left Arizona, and it was like 100 and some degrees. And then when I got here, it was raining, wet, cold, and I had thought I went through a time warp or something. And so a guy in this emergency shelter told me about coming over here to get a cup of coffee, and I can get in out of the rain. And so we came over here. This is the first time I ever came to the hospitality house.
I kind of learned that I didn't have anything to hide. I could just be me. I got comfortable hearing other stories. People used to say, let their hair down. Well, just let me down.
We had a sense of unity that it didn't matter where you came from. When you came in here, we was family. It didn't matter when you walked through the door, You was either an artist, you could have been a fashion model, you could have been anybody.
It lifted me up out of that depression, because before then I really had no hope. Because the shelters, they was driving me crazy. The security guards were searching me, throwing all my food away. And so I was frustrated, so I would come to the hospitality house and vent. And so Joe and Wendy told me about the H.O.L.D program. They asked me, did I want to sign up for it? And I was like, yeah, anything to get away from that shelter. They gave me this big, thick book to read. And so at first I was like, I didn't feel like reading it and stuff. So then I started reading. I was like, oh my God, this is me. It's rough, but it's good for you. It's like medicine. It taught me that I was going through like depression and post-traumatic stress disorder and everything, and taught me how to get it under control. And it was like taking me through massive changes.
I learned how to, most of all, be not just only accepting, but to be calm. I learned to have charity. These are some lessons that I got from down here. I'm an artist now, I'm a professional artist, and I don't think in any other place that would have been possible. I probably would be dead or something. My struggles, they gave me an insight that I feel put me above a lot of other people.
When Joe approached me and asked me would I like to be on the board, I said, yeah, I would love to, because I got a lot of ideas. But when I went on the interview, I was so nervous, it was like my leg was shaking, so I had to keep my hand on my knee to keep my leg from shaking. And then they asked me to step out the room, and me and another guy was out there nervous with butterflies. And they came back and said that we was accepted, and I was happy. That was like one of the greatest days of my life.
The hospitality house gives me hope because people that I actually slept in the shelter with on mats are now retiring from jobs. People have started families. I can remember a gentleman walking up to me on the streets and giving me $50. And it took some explaining, but turns out I was his case manager from some 20 years back, and I was shocked to hear that he was retiring from Muni. And it's stories like this that makes me really proud to have been associated with the hospitality house, and I still am, and will always be.